Yo, what up? What up, boys? How we looking? Happy Wednesday. We got some stuff to talk about, man. I'm going to be posting and recording. We're going to have a pop-up popping on the site. We have playoff fantasy stuff coming up. It is disgustingly hot in this room all the time. And we got that dude, Baker Boy, hanging out with us in the background. What up? What up, Dotties? What up, what up, what up? All right, let me turn this down. Let me actually mute that bad boy. And then that way we can actually talk about the entire Survivor game and how it works. So let me start. All right, we look good, we sound good. All right, let's get into the NFL Playoff Survivor 750K. Why does that not even look right? We good? We good? We good? Yeah, let's get into it. All right. Let me actually get rid of that, and we will be good to go. All right, let's get into the NFL Playoff Survivor 750K challenge that we have coming up for you guys. And this is going to be starting on Friday at 3:20 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, let's check out. This is the event update page. So we're going to be updating this along the way. And for you guys that are new to this, this is going to be an RPG Survivor event that's going to be running throughout the duration of champs from now until the Super Bowl. All right, so we are January 8th right now. So on the 10th, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, roughly, this is all going to lock down, okay? And if you're new and you're trying to get in, you're trying to find it all, hit the contest page on the website. And now it's getting buried already, which I wasn't trying to have it buried. But scroll down. NFL Playoff Survivor, 750K, right there. 20K minimum, 200K maximum event, okay? And so let's talk about what this all means quick, all right? Playoff Survivor, rules and info. So we have the NFL bracket here. And this is what we are going to be following throughout this event. All right, so what's going to happen is you guys have 750K as the cap, the rating cap on the contest, and it's going to be Survivor. All right, so what that means is you're going to be setting a lineup, and as the players get eliminated in the NFL bracket, well, you're going to lose them in our sims as well. Every Friday from here until the Super Bowl, or until we do our Super Bowl, I guess, in game, we are going to have live sims, okay? The sims are going to be the games that you see via the NFL, and we're going to be simming them live on Fridays, and it's going to be in Madden, okay? And so we're going to have these going off every week. This week we have 6 games going off. So tomorrow, right? What is today? Oh, today's Wednesday. So on Friday, you have from now until Friday to get this in, because when we start games at 3:20 p.m. Eastern, it's all going to lock down, okay? So on Friday, we have Minnesota, LA, Green Bay, Philly, and Denver, Buffalo. All right, so those live games are going to be happening here on the channel on Friday. And again, it says 3 p.m. Eastern right there. It's really 3:20 or whenever we kick off the games on Friday. It's all going to lock down, okay, as far as the contest is concerned. All right, so what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to fill out a lineup, sort of like I've done here. This is the lineup I'm going to be going with. And basically, you're going to want to pick your favorite players that you think will survive along the way, okay? So some things to know that are important, all right? The first round over here, again, KC, Detroit, top seeds in the NFL, they don't play week 1, okay? So if you've ever done a Survivor pool, or if you've ever done like a fantasy Survivor for playoffs, it's very important to know where the teams play, how the reseeding works, okay? Detroit left side of the bracket, NFC number 1, Detroit will play the remaining lowest seed. Okay, so just because Green Bay, Philly is over here on the bottom on the left doesn't mean like we're going to be taking on, Tampa. No. Whoever wins out of Tampa and Washington, if Washington wins, they will be the 6th seed. They will be the lowest remaining seed because obviously the Eagles are going to bop, right? Detroit is going to take on whoever is the lowest remaining seed, okay? So if Green Bay beats Philly over the weekend, Detroit, Green Bay is going to be the next round's matchup for the NFC, okay? And then it doesn't matter Washington, Tampa Bay, whoever wins there, they are going to take on the winner of Minnesota and LA. Okay, same thing on the other side of the bracket. So know your bracket rules, understand how that all works, and again, you're going to want to build a team that you think will survive throughout. I went with Philly because it's my squad. Obviously, I'm going Jalen Hurts. I'm going A.J. Brown. I'm going Saquon Barkley. I'm going Eagles DST. Okay, and Devontae Smith. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. That's going to be the core of my squad. I'm going to be left side in the NFC. Why? I think it's going to be a little bit easier. Eagles 2nd seed. Most likely, if we get through Green Bay, we will probably take on. Tampa. In the second round. I'm not too afraid of that. So again, Eagles I think have kind of the easiest way to go through to make it to the Super Bowl on the left side. AFC is a little tougher. So if you're going to be a team that you're going to go for Chiefs or you want to go through probably something like Buffalo would be one of the stronger plays. You'll probably see a lot of people with Buffalo with Josh Allen. So I'm going to be going Eagles. I'm also going to be going with some Buffalo. We have Dalton Kincaid. We have James Cook. And then I'm just going to let it go there, right? Because I actually don't think, other than that, for Madden's purposes, if you're not going to use Josh Allen, I think maybe Khalil Shakir is great, but I don't have a Khalil Shakir card that's that great. So I'm going to be running James Cook on the other side. I'm going to go with Dalton Kincaid as well. And then I'm going to take a flyer on the AFC side on the other side. I don't think KC is going to make it through. I think LA Chargers, especially with Harbaugh, first round going in Houston, they're like a slight favorite still in Houston, which is kind of nuts. I think they're the better team. I think Houston gets bopped. I think LA moves on. And then that means as long as either LA is going to play KC in the second round, or if there's a weird Pittsburgh beating Baltimore upset, which I guess could happen. It shouldn't, but I guess it could. Probably not. Maybe the Chargers go in and play Buffalo. I think that would be worse for them. But as long as it goes chalk right side, I think Baltimore moves on, plays Buffalo. I think the Chargers move on and play KC. And I think the Chargers can beat up on KC and at least make it to the semifinals, at least to play against the winner of Buffalo and Baltimore to go to the Super Bowl. All right, so that's where I think it's going to go. So I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to say that Ladd and J.K. Dobbins on that side maybe make it through. Maybe make it through on the KC side, and maybe play in the semis to go into the Super Bowl. Now, here's going to be one of the bigger things to understand with how we're going to be doing this. Okay, so the rules down here, and this is a pop-up that's going to be on the site about 5 o'clock today once I upload all this. Here are the rules, all right? I have 1 million cap. I thought it was 750K. I think it's 750K, so I'll fix that. But 750K, we have 20K minimum, 200K maximum. You must fill your squad. That's going to be part number one. If you do not fill your squad, I'm going to clear you out by the end of it. So in order to pick up actual rewards, you're going to have a full squad, okay, in some fashion. All right, once a team is eliminated in the NFL playoffs, those players are going to be out of our game, okay? So when we sim on Friday and we're watching, if Minnesota beats LA, but this weekend LA beats Minnesota, well, we are going to follow the NFL scheduling all the way through, okay? So you want your players to not only do well this Friday, but then survive over the weekend, or they will not be playing next Friday. All right. The other weird little thing to look at here: Super Bowl losing cards will have their points taken from their final score. What does that mean? If you are one of the final 2 teams, you make it to the Super Bowl, all right? Say it is Detroit and KC in the Super Bowl, and Detroit wins. The points that KC put up in our sim on the final Friday leading into the Super Bowl, if KC loses in the Super Bowl, all the KC points will come off the board. Okay, so it'll only be the Detroit points that are left in before the final tally for the prizes happen. Okay, so you're not going to see all this happen like straight up and right away. There's going to be adjustment in the very end, but that's going to be the one little caveat as well at the end to keep in your mind. All right, because and why that's interesting is a lot of people are going to be going Detroit. A lot of people are going to be going KC. But you may not want to be going KC because now it is a much bigger advantage to be playing in, say the Buffalo slot, right? Because if you play in the AFC Championship versus Kansas City, say Kansas City moves on to the Super Bowl, maybe Kansas City loses in the Super Bowl, well, their points aren't going to count there. They're only going to be counting in round 2 and round 3. Okay, so Buffalo, say they make it through and they don't make it to the Super Bowl, well, they'll still play 1, 2, 3 rounds. Okay, so that's an interesting little thing to think about, and one thing you're going to want to pay attention to when you are figuring out your teams along the way. All right, so what I'm going with and what I'm hoping for as an Eagles fan, what's up? I'm going Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon, and Eagles D. That's going to be my heavy stack. I'm going Eagles. On the other side of the bracket, I'm not going to have anyone else for the NFC because if the NFC Eagles go down, I'm probably cooked anyway. And speaking of cooked, I am going James Cook and Dalton Kincaid, and I'm going to be sprinkling in some Chargers because I don't think anyone's going to be using Chargers. So I'm going to be going Dobbins, I'm going to be going Ladd, and that's going to be my build for this setup. All right, so if you follow the rules, if you fill a full squad, if you make it to the very end, again, there's going to be some bunch of trophies, credits, all that good stuff in the prize listing, so go check that out. But the biggest thing we're playing for is the Super Event Trophy, okay? And so you can see that here. It's the Daniel Jones Event Champ card. It is going to be the 1 of 1. And again, this is going to be the first place trophy for this event. So this is going to be going from now through the duration of January and possibly into February a little bit. All right. And again, we're going to be waiting until the Super Bowl to be doing the payout for this. So it's going to go a little bit past. It's going to be going a little bit past the Super Bowl, obviously, because we're going to have the Super Bowl. We're going to be cutting points after the fact. And yeah, man. So there you go. All right. So again, you're not going to want to just throw anyone in. I mean, I guess if it's a crazy, if the Super Bowl ends up Washington, Pittsburgh, okay, maybe it makes sense that you're just going to put random stuff in. But the best teams in are probably going to be the teams made up of Baltimore, Buffalo, LA, Tampa, whatever. The teams that play the most games, but then also make it through. And if you pick the winner, you're probably going to have a pretty good shot at it as long as you don't diversify too much. Okay, so there you go. 750K is the cap on that, and there are mins and maxes in there as well. You got to fill your squad to make sure that you are good. All right, and again, this locks down on Friday, 3 p.m.-ish Eastern, so make sure you guys get that in, and I'll be posting this video on YouTube, and this pop-up will hit with a link to the video in case you guys want to go through and check it out again. All right, I think that's it. All right, so yeah, good luck. Get them in by Friday at 3:20-ish p.m. Eastern. And again, we're going to be live Friday with games. Saturday, the games are going to be live again. They're going to be running back-to-back-to-back. Saturday starting at noon Eastern. So there's a set on Saturday, noon, 1:30, and 3 o'clock. Noon game is Washington, Tampa. 1:30 is Chargers, Houston, and 3 o'clock is Pittsburgh, Baltimore. All right, so those are going to be live here on the channel as well. You'll be able to watch along with those, and then we'll be done in time for all the games to kick off on Saturday. All right, so good luck. Yeah, put together some bangers, boys, and don't follow. Let me take it on my own. All right. I will be doing updates to this, so at least with pop-ups. All right, so make sure you guys are tuned in. All right, fantasytheshow.com. Get in, get playing, and I'll see everybody on Friday. Later. All right. Can I pitch you my high-stakes Royal Rumble idea? Sure. I don't care. Yeah. I feel like you've done this before. Have at it, man. Have at it. All right, so does anyone have questions with regards to all this stuff? Let me at least do, where is that? I think that's here. Events, I think I did it in Champs, here, Survivor. Yeah, it's not 1 mil, so let me fix that. 1 million info. I think, right? 750K cap. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let me update that, and then we will chit-chat for a little bit, and then bop on out of here. I wish I had more stuff to do. Yeah, dude, I still can't believe that nobody hosts a Survivor event. You know what I mean? Like that no, like I feel like maybe NFL.com does it, but I'm not really sure. But I haven't had anything. And what, Call, you said you guys do Excel. That's what we've done. There we go. 750K, 20K min, 200K maximum. Danny Dimes card up for grabs, and we are good to go. All right, so that's what I'm rocking with, boys. I don't think there's too much else to really go over. Yes, no, good. Stevie, explain. There's Joe messaging. Is it like for the NFL playoff stuff, or what are we talking about here? Where's my water? Yeah, I've never linked like this, so hopefully this works out. Explanation. Event. NFL.com used to have a cool one where you could change players weekly, but they were in more of a multiplier point thing. Yeah, what's up, Night? Yeah, I don't think like anyone does it in a cool way, like just basically Survivor. You would think that they would have that, you know? But I don't think anyone really does it anymore. Oh, okay. We're talking about the kickoff rule again. Oh my god, that was wild earlier. Yeah, Chief, I think we were just like kind of on the wrong page. So yes, if it goes through the end zone, right, but it lands there, right, 30-yard line, right. However, within the 1 yard line to the 20, if the ball lands in that area and kicks into the end zone and goes through, that's what we were talking about. That's where it goes out to the 20. But in Madden, even in Madden, I saw one bounce through the end zone, hit on like the 3, bounce through the end zone, coming up for this weekend, and it goes to the 30, and that's wrong. That's all I was saying. All right, they don't conflict. They don't at all. Right? If it lands in the end zone, no matter what, right? And they don't take it out, whether they catch it or just bounce it through, it goes to the 30. If it lands within the landing zone and it bounces through the back of the end zone, then like it kicks and it bounces through, then it goes to the 20. All right? You can't change my mind. That's the rule. I'll be RB. Anyone eat the apple bobos? So good. You gluten-free guys out there. I tried looking up the NFL's official video and they used Madden to make the video. Oh my God. That does not. Give me confidence. Oh, you got a nice slinch tank. Very nice. Oh, I laid a bunch of bets today too. Saquon won Super Bowl MVP. Good odds. Like plus 2,200 or something, I believe. Good looking little flyer there. I don't think I'm even going to be like difficult about this. I'm just going to do. Pop this stuff up and we should be looking good, man. Dude, I have like 29 trophies or something right now. Having this few trophies is like the worst thing ever. Trying to fill out lineups with like minimal amount. Like I think I was up to like 80 again, and then way back down. Yeah, I ended up. So I was like tweaking packs again for the 60 account. It's like I go through and like mess with it. And that's why you guys saw like a random free blackout pack yesterday. You know what I mean? I spent 1,100 rolling equips from the last 3 events. Yeah, I mean, I do that every event. End of my event, I go through, and this is like keeping your binder clean, right? This is like using the scrap all buttons, doing all that. End of the event, I go through and I make my sets of all like the guys I want to do, and I go through and make sure I do all of that, because if you don't do it, you're never going to. What free blackout? There was a blackout pack, I believe. Yeah, I think yeah, I was trying to figure out like what else we could do. Oh, by the way, yeah, so there are other. See, this is what I mean. I didn't want to put up too many contests and then bury like the main. But I did put up like an unlimited for Friday, unlimited for Saturday, a couple little things. And then I believe there's like one other thing for Monday. So we'll bop up on. Well, I'll bop on Monday. We'll talk about like everything that's happened over the weekend. We'll check out the points and where we stand, and then we'll preview the upcoming week a little bit. So what do we got? We got 6 games this week, 4 games next week. Right? Man, 2 then 1. We do not have a lot of games left, which is crazy, man. New 32 rolls, then scrap rebind is so helpful. Yeah, you ain't kidding, dude. That is, yeah. That's definite. Let's see, you help me, ready? Select files, desktop, explanation. Get it rolling in. We'll do the same as with the restream. We'll do. I hate this thing so much. So much. Let's just reuse details from this. Okay, good. Perfect. Title, description. Okay. Reuse. We'll just get rid of that. I don't even really care about that. We'll get that. publish that bad boy. And then give me that link, and we are chilling. Can I go to it yet? In a little bit, huh? Let's grab one of these, and we will roll. Maybe I'll... Dude, I was doing so bad earlier in Rocket League. I don't even feel like playing Rocket League. What is this, man? Jeez. Takes a while. So what about RTG? When is it finalized? So I was asking John yesterday, and so I guess it turns out he doesn't even have the numbers. Like, how annoying, man. I'm just annoyed over it because I can't even like double check. And his response, well, just use the placements. The new play. It's actually a better, and it's like, whatever's the easiest and the laziest, right? It's like, oh, right. But like, we told everybody forever that the entire year we were just going with the actual total points scored. That's what people cared about. And because it suits him, then in the end, that's what he wants to use. You know what I mean? User spreadsheet, but like, is it right? Like, I don't even know. Is it actually correct? And I didn't see what we ended up being. I thought, did it say who ended up winning? Because I know General won the rating, but did Zug or Chrome, somebody say Zug or Chrome jump him in points? You went through each week. You actually did it? Oh, that's awesome, man. I thought you did it from a specific spot, man. So you swept both? Oh my God. Lars, what time is it? 3:30. Dang, she here early. Well, that's unfortunate. Frick. Well, I'm gonna have to get the rings made. So what I'll do then is, if that's the final, can I pick a thumbnail, please? If that's gonna be the final, then what I'll do is, I'll leave this for now. That's fine. If that's gonna be the final, then what I'll do is I'll get that stuff made up soon. And then next Wednesday, we'll do it all, and we'll crown you, and we'll give out the rings and do all that stuff. All right, so we'll do that next week. All right, let's get into the NFL playoff
Is that what I sound like?
750K. Good to know. All right. We good? All right, yeah. All right. So then, what do I got to do? I got to go here. Let's do announcements. Bang. Bang. And that's going to pop at 5 o'clock. Okay, perfect. There you go. Sick. So this will pop up at 5. If you click it, it'll actually take you to the YouTube page, and all this will be good to go. Bang! Look at that like. Constipated face. Love it. Oh my God. So you did do it manually. Oh yeah. This looks good though. Pretty good. Pretty nice. It's a pretty nice looking actual video. That's cool. Good to know. John's saying random stuff. Not gonna look. It'll just make me more mad. The usual. Wait. Reselect. Let's have this. Bang. There we go. Done. Good. Looks fine. Don't need to change anything about it. All right. So we are good to go. We are good to go there. Everything looks... Deez, mind if I hop in chat? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Am I... Yo, what's up? Can you hear me? Hola. He's probably watching. Stevie.
Yo,
what's up, man?
hold on a second. Let me turn the TV down so you guys. Yo.
Oh, I hear it. I hear me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna hit this, and you can explain. I hear me. All right, let's see what John says.
My idea was for the Royal Rumble WWE thing, knowing that there's a lot of wrestling fans.
Oh wait, there's an actual Royal Rumble coming, right?
Yeah.
I hate
on the
wrestling
first.
so much. But go ahead. I know everyone else loves it, and like everyone in Discord loves
Yeah,
it.
there's a
I
ton.
know.
Yeah, the last time I did this, I forget if it was last year or 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
I remember you doing something
But
like
I
that.
was I was selling cards off then. I'm not selling anything off this time. Figure maybe do a high rollers one and a lower rollers one for the people that don't have as much coinage.
So explain how it works, because I don't even really remember how much, like
Okay.
much about it.
So on your end, all I would need you to do is just set up a contest how you normally would.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing was to pitch 50K coins for an entry,
Mm-hmm.
have a max of 3 entries.
Okay.
There's 30 guys that are in the Rumble. So if you randomly generate the numbers after we would get the 30 entries,
Uh-huh.
that's what number. Say that
This has
John
nothing to do with
Cena.
anything. Yeah. This is like, yes, I think my friends do the same thing. You get a random draw. You get a random person. If you win it, you win it, right? If they win it, they win it.
Right. And my idea was to do 50K entry plus either, depending on what you think would be realistic, a legendary, just a regular legendary equip that's 75 plus with the 50K, or a legendary event equip plus 50K. And here's how the payout would go. Would be 50% of the entry fee.
Mm-hmm.
Would be 15. First place would get 15 leg equips plus 750,000 coins. Second place would get 30% of the pot and 9 equips. And then third and fourth would get 10% each.
20%.
10%. It would be 10, 10, 30, and 50.
Right. I just, yeah. 10%
And
each.
my question to you was, is there anything cool that you could toss on there as a topper? I don't mean out of your collection, but like I don't know, some sort of how you do the event trophies, or some sort of belt that would be an equip, or
you guys, look, if everyone wants to get in on this, and you want to figure out a way to do this, I'll make another one just like I made for the Picks Champ, because you guys seem to do this every year. I'll put it in and I'll make it an event equip. I don't care. I'll make it a champ equip if everyone wants to try to get in. I mean, 30 people should be enough. If it's 30 contestants, 30 people want to get in and kind of do it, then you should have enough. Now, whether or not 50K is too much for everyone, probably. If you want to spearhead this thing, I'm down to do all this. I'll, put up the thing to let them buy in or whatever. Because that's the easiest.
Yeah, I want
right?
to jump in on it too. That's why I was coming to you about it.
Yeah,
I want to be able to be a fair entrant.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to do it. Like, I can make a private one behind the scenes, so it's not like on the, it doesn't get lost in the page. Like, there would just be a link to it to buy in if people want to do it. So why don't you figure out if people are interested, if you can get, whatever, even if you get 15 people or whatever. I don't, yeah. I
was going to do, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was thinking of doing, if that one's a success, do a low rollers one also that would just be 10K and an epic per entry. So do one for people that don't have as much, or if they wanted to get into both.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
does that make sense to you?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out what's like the most fair way to do. Like, anytime I'm offering up something for the site, it's like, I've got to make sure everyone can do it. You know what I mean? Then I feel like it's like, trying to be like, oh, let me, know people who aren't in Discord or in here. It's always that way, right? How do they know? And then it's like, oh, I'm just putting out like free champ stuff for people who are here. You know what I mean? It's like we do it all the time, but it's trying to figure out like the proper way. Look, why don't you and Chrome talk about it too? Because I know he's always down for this kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then let me know, and then I'll put it up and let people buy in and figure out what they want to do, and then I'll announce it. I'll put it on the site and all that. I'll make like a little flyer or something so that like people can try to figure out a way. And what I could probably do is put the flyer and then link it, right?
Even if you don't want to do a topper, I get what you're saying because you like all the stuff to be inclusive. If we just used our own thing, our own stuff.
I wouldn't mind. Like, I can skin whatever you're like. I can skin anything you want and make it a. Yeah, I don't care. That would be the best way. Whoever wins, whether they have an epic thing, a piece of gear, whether it's epic, it's legendary, it's super, I don't care what it is. I'll skin it as you're the champ. So it's like you got the skin, but you already had the piece. So I like that idea actually. Okay, so figure out how you want to do it, what you want the final stuff to be, and then I'll put it in, and then that way it doesn't really matter. If people buy in, they buy in. If they don't, they don't. Then I don't have to worry about like going overboard trying to make sure that everyone understands and knows what's kind of happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that'll be the best way to do it.
There's enough wrestling fans.
Yeah.
I know that there's enough wrestling fans.
Right. That makes sense. Okay, sweet.
All right, cool. That's all I wanted to. Yeah, that's all I wanted to know. Thanks.
Yeah, sweet. All right. So I'll explain to everybody, and I'll and then we can kind of half announce it, and we'll do it that way. All right. Sound good?
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
Sweet. Appreciate it.
All
right. Okay. So if you guys are into the wrestling, the Royal Rumble stuff, whatever, I mean, this way you could just throw in if you want to for no reason. You can just kind of slap coins in there if you're in the mood or whatever. And if there's like a 10K one plus, or there's a 50K one, Steve, whoever wants to, Steve and Chrome, I'm sure will be all over that. You guys figure out how to do all that stuff. I will do my best to help facilitate it all. But this way, if you play, you play. You don't. It's not like you're winning anything extra. But I'll skin something fun for you guys. I'll do like a Royal Rumble trophy kind of a thing. I'll make a little thing for this year. So how about we do that? All right. All right. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. So yeah, we'll do it to it. All right. Lars home. I'm gonna leave you guys with that stuff. There's not really anything else to do realistically today, unless I was gonna jump in, and do Rocket League or whatever. I wish we could do a draft or something. I feel like that would be better, but not even a ton of people here, so I'm not gonna worry about too much today. At least that stuff's up and we're good to go. All right, so I'll continue to get ready for Friday. We'll get the games set and ready to rip. Friday we're gonna have 3 games. Saturday we're gonna have 3 back-to-back. We have an awesome weekend of NFL football ahead of us, and a lot going on with that. All right. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys in Discord and on Friday. All right. See you guys then. Later.